Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and in today's video we are going to be ranking every single starter Pokemon and its evolution line. Now, we will not be including Mega Evolution or regional variants. Now, instead of the typical lettered tier list, I changed mine to better describe how I feel about each Pokemon. So at the top we have great, we have good, we have mid, being in the middle, we have bad, and we have awful. So to start off, we have Bulbasaur. Now, I know a lot of people love Bulbasaur for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Bulbasaur is bad. I think the whole line is bad. Well, honestly, I would say Venusaur is mid. Venusaur to me personally is mid, but the other two, they're bad. I don't know why people love. I don't know why people love them, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Charmander's mid. Charmeleon is also mid. Hey, I don't care what anybody says. Charizard is great. I'm not a Charizard glazer like that because Charizard is not my favorite starter. But Charizard is a great Pokemon for a reason. You wonder why all of the TCG cards of Charizard are super expensive, why anytime he's in a set or anything that involves Charizard, it's always sold out, it's always popular. It's for a good reason. Charizard is an amazing starter Pokemon as much as people want to hate. Charizard is just that guy. On a similar note, we have the Squirtle line, which I think Squirtle is good. I think Squirtle is a good first evolution. Wartortle, I'm gonna put it more towards mid. Blastoise, however, Blastoise is a really good final evolution line. Again, I would basically do it in this order of Charizard, Blastoise, and then Venusaur, if I were to rank the final evolution line. But we have Gen 2 now. We have Chikorita. A lot of people don't like Chikorita, and I'm in that same camp. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't like this little bean, bro. Like, it's just so, like, I don't know. The design is just so bad. It's mid, but it's also bad. I have to put it with Bulbasaur. I just have to. Bayleaf. I feel like Bayleaf is mid. And Meganium. I feel like Meganium is also kind of mid. And not really my vibe. I'm not gonna lie. Now for Gen 2, my favorite starter is Typhlosion. So this whole line is going to be in the good tier. They're all good. Rather simple, yet pretty nice design. The flames really do it for me. And I just really like Typhlosion personally. Next up, we have the Totodile line, which again, this is another one just like Bulbasaur. A lot of people like Totodile. I'm not a fan. I mean, I don't think it's bad by any means. I just think it's mid. The middle evolution though is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He might be the first awful. No. I think he's bad. He's not awful, but I'll put him at bad. And then Feraligatr, I feel like Feraligatr is also kind of mid, me personally. When they announced the Mega Evolution, I thought it was going to be something super cool that might even make me be a Feraligatr fan. No. The Mega Evolution is probably worse. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty bad. Now we have Gen 3, which we have Trico, Grovyle, and Sceptile. It's all good, except for the final evolution, Sceptile, because he is great, bro. Sceptile is probably one of the greatest final evolutions, and especially, I know we're not counting megas in this tier list, but bro, Sceptile's mega is one of the best starter megas in my opinion. Then we have Torchic. I'm not a huge fan of this line. The middle evolution has to be in the awful tier. I know there's a few of y'all that can agree with me here that the middle evolution of Torchic is freaking butt awful. But the final evolution, Blaziken, is good. Blaziken is definitely a good final evolution here. Then we have Mudkip. Mudkip is so cute. I gotta put Mudkip in the good tier. I like the starter design. However, for me, it kind of goes downhill. Marshtomp, is that his name? Marshtomp? Awful. I don't like it. Get it out of here. Swampert. I think Swampert is mid. Me personally, Swampert is mid. All right, now we have Generation 4, which we have Turtwig. I think Turtwig is such a cool starter Pokemon. It has to go up there in the good tier. Grotle, however, Grotle is pretty bad. I don't like the design at all. Torterra is such a good, like, I might just put Torterra in great. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Torterra is such a cool cool looking Pokemon. For me, he would be like in between good and great. I'm not gonna lie. Then we have Chimchar. Chimchar is a good, bro. Something about Gen 4 and their Pokemon is pretty good. The middle evolution is, I'll put it at mid. Actually, yeah, I'll put it at mid. Infernape is freaking great, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Infernape is one of probably the better firefighting starters. I just like its design in general. awesome Pokemon right there. Then we have Piplup. The whole Piplup, Prinplup, and Empoleon line is good. However, from Gen 4, Empoleon is my favorite starter. I know I put Infernape up here, but Empoleon is my personal favorite from that generation. But still great starters, great final evolution nonetheless. And now we have Generation 5, which I grew up with this generation with these starters. I'm gonna have to put Snivy in the good tier. I think this whole line is good. Snivy, Servine, Superior. Honestly, it's one of the better evolution lines. Just like, you know, Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. Like, it's just, they're all good. You know what I mean? And normally the middle evolutions are pretty bad, but in this case, with Servine, it's pretty good. Then we have Tepig, Pignite, and Emboar. I personally like Tepig, but I mean, I feel like Tepig is more mid. Emboar is pretty bad. And, excuse me, Pignite is pretty bad. And Emboar, personally, I think is mid. I'm not the biggest fan. And he is, what, firefighting for no reason. Like, I just feel like they just wasted that typing. We have Oshawott, good. I loved him in the anime. Dewott is also good. And Samurott. Samurott is my favorite from Gen 5. And to me, he's great, okay? To me, Samurott is great. I absolutely love the design of it. Then we have a Generation 6, which we have Chespin. I feel like it's pretty mid. Quilladin, pretty bad personally. I might just go awful. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it. Just something about it. It's just, I don't know. Chestnut is pretty cool. I might actually put Chestnut at good. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put him in. I'll put him in. I think Chestnut, for me personally, would be in between mid and good, but I'm just going to put him at mid. We have, what, Fennekin. Fennekin, I feel like, is good. Fennekin is a really good starter design. Braixen as well. And then we have Delphox. Delphox, personally, I think is good. Delphox is not a fan favorite. Delphox is most of the time left out. I don't know why. Because we have a Fox Witch. I mean, I think that's a cool kind of concept. And especially because the Mega Evolution really leans into the Witch aspect, which I thought was really, really cool. But again, we're not counting the Megas. The whole line, the whole Fennekin line, I feel like is good in general. Same sentiment as the Snivy line. And last but certainly not least of Gen 6, we have Froakie, Frogadier, and Greninja. I'm not gonna lie, the entire line, well, I would say Froakie and Frogadier are both pretty good. However, I would probably have to put Greninja at that great tier. I'm not gonna lie, Greninja is, again, my favorite Gen 6 final evolution. As you can tell, though, the water types are doing pretty well. The water types are really good design-wise. And I mean, hey, Pokemon cooks with their water starters. Because even previous ones like Blastoise is still really good. And even though I put Feraligatr and Swampert in mid tier, they're still pretty good water starters for the majority of people, you know, but for me personally, I just put them at mid. Now we have Gen 7, which is another generation that I genuinely grew up with because that's when I started playing the games, Pokemon Sun and Moon era, and I also started to collect the cards a bit more during this kind of era of Pokemon. As for the starters though, the starters, Rowlet, I'm not a Rowlet fan. I think Rowlet is more mid. I know there's a lot of Rowlet fans out there. Which, again, I feel like it's something about the grass starters that people just really like for some reason. Again, with Bulbasaur and, like, you know, the Venusaur and, again, Rowlet. I don't know. It's just something about them that people really like that I personally just can't see it. Then we have Dartrix. Dartrix is mid as well. It's not a bad middle evolution. It's kind of mid, though. Decidueye, however. Decidueye is a good final evolution. I really like the concept, the fact that it's grass and ghost typing. The typing is really unique. For me, it's in the middle between good and great because I really do like Decidueye. Pretty good final evolution. And then we have Litten. Litten is a good... This is one of those evolution lines where I think they're all good. Litten, Torracat, and Incineroar, all good. I don't really have a definitive favorite when it comes to Gen 7, because they're all good. In my opinion, they're all good. We got Poplio. Poplio is good. We got Brionne. Brionne is good. And we have Primarina. Primarina is also good. If I were to pick my favorite, it would probably have to be the Litten line, just because that's what I used in the games. But in my opinion, they're all good. All right, now we have a Generation 8, which, again, with the grass starters, Grookey. Grookey, I think it's I think Grookey is a cute starter, but I still think the entire line is pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie. And even though Rillaboom design-wise is pretty cool, I don't know. I just feel like the whole line is mid. I think this is the first like entire evolution line that I think is mid. I don't know. It's just middle of the road. I'm not gonna lie. We have Score Bunny, which Score Bunny I feel like is good. Reboot, mid personally. Cinderace for me is good as well as with, you know, Score Bunny. Again, it's just the middle evolution thing, you know. It's just typical for a middle evolution to not be that great. I feel like we have Sobble. I'm sorry for you Sobble fans, but I think Sobble is again pretty mid. The fact that he cries a lot or whatever, like what? Drizzile, is that his name? Drizzile, bad. Inteleon. I'm gonna have to put Inteleon in mid as well. The idea of Inteleon, I feel like, is pretty cool. I do like his VMAX card though, where he's like in a sniper tower or something like that. That card is pretty cool. So nothing really special design wise either. So pretty mid. And now we have Generation 9, which we have Sprigatito. This is probably my favorite evolution line. Probably the best one. I'm not gonna lie, because they're all pretty good. The whole line is really good. Plays on the Hispanic, you know, kind of wording of the word cat and stuff like that. You know, we got Sprigatito, Floragato, and Meowscarada. I might just put Meowscarada in great. I don't know. The design of Meowscarada is really good with the mask, the flower, the almost like a cape kind of thing going on. I might just put at great or leave it at good. I don't know. I'll leave it at good, all right? I'll leave it at good so it could be with its evolutions. But we have Fuecoco. I'm sorry, Fuecoco is mid. And then, yeah, the middle evolution is awful. Like, why does he have a freaking egg on the top of his head, bro? Are we serious? I don't know. Skeledirge is such a cool-looking Pokemon, so I'm going to put him at good, personally. Actually, now that I think about it, Fuecoco, sorry, you're going in bad tier. I just feel like these are just better than you. Like, there's no other way to put it. They're just better in general than Fuecoco. Which, now that I think about it, I'm gonna have to put Sobble in bad, because I don't think Sobble is that good either. So sorry. And then the final evolution line for Generation 9, we have Quaxly. But personally, I think mid, bad. This is probably the first bad final evolution for me personally. I don't know. Quacklevolt just I don't like it. I don't know. Just something about it. I think this is probably the worst evolution line out of all the starters. It is probably the Quaxly line for me personally. As you can see, basically the whole evolution line is like bottom tier. Now, they did include the starters for Generation 10, which I guess I might as well rate them now. You know, I'd rather do that now since they're here anyways. But we have the grass starter for Generation 10. Brout? Is that what it is? Brout, to me, Brout is pretty good. I like the design. It looks like an Angry Bird, and I grew up with Angry Bird as a kid. You know, the video game and stuff. And he just looks so goofy. I don't know. I just like Brout, bro. He just looks cool. Then we have Pombon, something like that, for the fire starter for Generation 10, which I think is, I'm not gonna lie, also pretty good. I like kind of the flary, the fiery kind of design on it, and it's a dog, which is really cute. So for me, it's good. I feel like it's pretty good. Gekwa is also a really cool looking starter. All three of them are in the good tier for me personally. I'm really excited to see what their final evolution is going to look like. I think we're going to see that maybe at the end of this year or next year for the announcement for Generation 10. But this has been the tier list for every Pokemon starter and its evolution line. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about my list? Is it valid? Is it bad? Is it good? What Pokemon would you have moved up or down on the tier list? And let me know what Pokemon y'all would put in the great tier. Because as y'all can see, I got Charizard, Sceptile, Infernape, Empoleon, Samurott, and Greninja. They're all amazing. Like, these are top tier final evolutions. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on those post notifications to be notified whenever I upload a video. That's gonna be it for me, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.